Hello and welcome to the pre-show today. The match is between Hyderabad, Sunrisers Hyderabad and Punjab Kings. I was about to say Kings 11 Punjab. I have here with me Rohan and Boria to join me for the show. And if you guys are thinking, what is this? Boria, please take over and say, these are all ours, our award.
Yeah, I mean, they're not IPL awards, they're our awards. Gargi, Rajaraman and Kannana, three colleagues, had taken all these awards in Delhi last week at the ENBA, the Exchange for Media News Broadcasting Awards, and they've all come to the studio. So here you go, and Trisha wanted to display because she wants to lay claim, as does Rohan. So that's why all of these awards are displayed in front of us for the pre-show.
Absolutely. For more pictures of the awards, do visit my Instagram profile.
Look, she's flat herself.
Getting back to the whole cricket entertainment that's happening. Before I move to today's game, so far, what has been your biggest takeaway? For me, it has been how the Indian domestic players have stood up for the teams. What has been your takeaway from IPL 2024 so far?
How Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a Harvard Business School case study. Every season at the start, he gives people an indication that this is his last. And it becomes a yellow road. Every stadium becomes yellow. Every person celebrates Dhoni. And at the end, he says, I'll see if my body works on it. I think that man is an absolute genius. He should be as part of the Harvard Business School case study or any IIM as to how to take your brand forward. I think it's magnificent what he's been able to do for sport and himself. And the way he's created this whole cult of immortality is, and I'm serious here when I say that anybody who understands brand, anybody who understands the phenomenon, Dhoni is an absolute masterclass. The way he managed it, this year round, leaving captaincy, then the 13 ball 31, walks in with 3 balls, wins, stays there. He's become this entirely iconic kind of phenomenon, right? And by the way, we still don't know if it's retiring.
No, we will find that out in the last Chennai match when he says,
we'll see.
I've got a little more.
That's the fun of it, and that is why he's so one of it is that. The second thing, Trisha, is the toxicity that you have to get away from that. I mean, whether it's Hardik Pandya, whether it's Rohit Sharma, whether it's somebody was telling me Rohit has posted some photos that doesn't have Hardik. So damn what? I mean, come on, man. I mean,
because they have Ritika, who I think holds a little more importance in Rohit's life than Hardik.
My point is, so I was actually asked this question by a couple of people that, so does this mean there are two camps? Chalo, let's take it, there are two camps. Big deal. Shane Warne and Steve Waugh were always at loggerheads in the Australian team.
Absolutely, and Shane Warne has mentioned that in his autobiography.
And they went on to create the world's greatest cricket team of all time. That was the world's greatest cricket team. That's Steve Waugh's side. Maybe Ponting and Lloyd can compare.
And Lanning's team.
And among men.
Yeah.
So, and among women, of course, I think the Lanning team is actually, if you say men and women, that's even better than Steve Waugh's team. But Steve and Shane never saw eye to eye.
True.
That did not stop them from creating history for Australia. Rohit Sharma's wife and Hardik Pandya's wife need not dine.
Yeah.
They don't need to. They have their own little worlds. As long as they are both playing, Rohit and Hardik for the Mumbai Indians and winning it, are playing their best, that's it.
You should actually tell them what Gary Kirsten had told you.
So 2011 World Cup, India had beaten Pakistan. Next morning, by the 3 o'clock celebrations were on in the morning. Next morning at 7, Gary was sitting in his hotel, the restaurant area, dining area, and having fruit. And I saw Gary, and I was obviously in search of a headline. So I went to him and I said, what a team you've created. So he and I are very close friends. So he said, he was still having his fruit and he looked at me and he said, so you think all of them are friends? And I'm like, what? He says, yeah, you just said, what a team, all of them are friends. I said, yeah, I mean, look at the team. He said, look, I'm not even interested whether they go out with each other or dine with each other or anything like that. They are all superhuman players with egos. And that's how it will be for these performers. I don't care. But when the final catch goes up, whoever is under the ball will take it for India. That's what team is all about. Whatever they do, I don't care. So Rohit and Hardik, as long as they do that, Virat and Rohit and Hardik, whoever it is, as long as they do that, how do you even care?
And why do you even care?
Why do you even care?
Rohan, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I want to add to both the points of MS Dhoni's brand and the friendship
You know,
part.
sorry, I also wanted to say, I think only one more person understands the brand part better, and that's Ori. To create a brand out of nowhere has to be, at least MS Dhoni has World Cups to his name. But yeah, getting to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So the point of whole carrying the legacy forward of the brand, if you have noticed the long hairs, so I think if he is planning on this to be his last year,
It's like a full cycle.
it's like a full cycle of the whole 2007 long hair thing, and if he ends on that note, so I think it's a sort of a cinematic end to a glorious career.
Could be, or could be he just wanted long hair.
No, I think it's in his mind. It's my theory, not his theory. But yeah, and all the friendship part in a team. I think in any high-performing team at the global stage, I think this happens because if you see in football, Gerard Piqué and Carlos Puyol and Sergio Ramos, they were not the best of friends when they were playing in the club level. But see the 2010 Spanish team, they all won the World Cup together.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I think that is true for any team. As long as you are everyone individually comes together and plays for the team, it doesn't matter who's a fan of who's friend. But I said fan because I got a little mix up. You are a football fan.
Yeah.
So IPL and ISL are actually going on together. Do you think probably ISL fan base is affected now that IPL is going on, or do you think there's place for both the tournaments to be, you know,
I
alive
think
together?
the Indian population is such that if we have, I think, honest fan base, there is space for everyone. So if someone is preferring IPL over ISL, it's his or her personal choice. I don't think that ISL is getting robbed of the fan base from IPL. But what I am positive going forward is that if you see 2 days back when Mohammedan won the I League, they had their fair fandom celebrations while an IPL match was on.
Absolutely, there were hundreds of people at the airport receiving them.
I'll add to that. I mean, I'll give you data. So on our website, by the way, we're getting 7 million plus numbers a month. You know, interestingly, couple of days back when Mohammedan won, or when Rahul Giri, our colleague, broke the story about East Bengal signing a new player, we had about 7 IPL copies, which also included an exclusive interview on that particular day. The East Bengal copy did better than all of them. So you have to understand that there are constituencies of people consuming. Look at our football content. I mean, so if there is a Mohun Bagan game, and if there is a Hyderabad versus Punjab game, I will watch the Mohun Bagan game. There is no debate, I'll watch that. And that's how it should be. If you say that, oh, because of cricket, football will be affected, football will never be able to stand on its feet as a brand.
Absolutely.
So I think FSDL and ISL have done a fabulous thing to continue the tournament. I think they are establishing their own identity, whether it's small, big, I don't care.
Yeah.
But this is the way forward. How IPL has destroyed everybody else is perhaps not the correct thing to say.
And
Absolutely.
also to add something to that, when you say football fan base, we have always had parts of India who have
Correct.
thoroughly followed football. So if you consider Kolkata, we have now three teams in ISL and 1 IPL team. But every team will have their fair fan base in the coming season.
And then there will be some like me on TV one match, on laptop one match, on iPad one match. But no, I asked this question because, Boria, if you remember, once I had tweeted that simultaneously a men's cricket match and a women's cricket match was going on. And what I had meant in the tweet was that both had their share of fans. I had not compared the numbers, but people got it all wrong and started trolling me.
1 second. It is never about numbers.
Yeah, exactly.
If you put porn on air, you will perhaps get more numbers.
Maximum numbers.
But that's not what the point is. I mean, then classical music is not even relevant.
True.
Then you will say, okay, more populist music is, who said so? I mean, classical music has its own niche. Popular music has its own niche. Rock, folk, whatever it is. Anything will have its own niche.
Absolutely.
I mean, to say that because this is populist, it is more, it's better. Art cinema is bad, popular cinema is better.
True.
Or the other way around. Popular cinema is rubbish and art cinema is... Who are we? The market will decide based on its choice. I mean, think of our badminton interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got enormous numbers middle of IPL. How and why? because there are consumers of badminton and will always be.
That reminds me, we will be bringing you updates from Badminton Asia Championships. A lot of people has been texting me that, are you going to avoid that for IPL? At Rev Sports, we do not avoid any sport. Yeah, unless it's our terrace cricket probably. We discussed a lot about IPL and sports in general. Now getting back straight to the match, it's Sunrisers Hyderabad and Punjab Kings. Both have looked okayish. Probably Hyderabad's batting has looked very good with Travis Head performing, and Henrik Klassen has been in a different sort of a form. But I actually want to ask you about an Indian player, Abhishek Sharma. 12 balls, 37 runs. He just finished the match there.
Yeah, and that's the kind of start Hyderabad's getting. They're coming first 6 overs 70, first 6 overs 80, and you kill it. So that's a different kind of approach from Abhishek Sharma. And if you continue like this, he's that X factor. You're saying Jaiswal because Jaiswal has done it one more year. But if Abhishek Sharma continues like this plus his left arm spin, he was part of that same under-19 gang which came in, right? So Abhishek Sharma is absolutely staking a claim. It's been a refreshing approach. Hyderabad has looked very good to me except that one lean game.
Yeah.
And they've got a good bowling attack. They're not playing Marco Janssen. They've got a Cummins. They've got a Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. They've got a Natarajan. They've got a Washington Sundar. They have a quality unit this time round. And with Head and Abhishek and Henrik Klassen and Eden Markram, it's an incredibly strong batting order. On the other side, I think Kings will feel great after that win. 200 from nowhere, 153 for 6, Shashank and Ashutosh. I was like, who is this?
When Shashank and Ashutosh came out to bat, I was like, this game is all but done. Let me quickly take a 10 minutes break.
And they took on Rashid Khan.
Yeah.
They took on Rashid Khan and to go on and win. And so Abhishek Sharma, Shashank Singh, Ashutosh Sharma, these are Indian stars who are making the IPL their own. Less like Mayank Yadav or a Harshit Rana or a Anuj Rawat or whoever it is. That's what is. I'm going to watch them. I don't care for Hayden Markram or Henrik Klassen. How does it
they were anyway stars. But taking from your point, Rohan, do you think, say for example, a Shashank Singh, unlike a Virat Kohli, has no burden of expectations? Correct. Because if he succeeds, he'll be celebrated. Yeah. If he fails, nobody cares. Yeah. So do you think that makes them more fearless than say a Virat Kohli?
Maybe, because that pressure of expectations is always greater on the big names, but handling that pressure is also a part of being that big that Virat Kohli and all have mastered. How well these players carry on this pressure taking capability for the coming seasons, because we have always seen many players come up and
just be a one season wonder, absolutely
just disappear. So how will they continue this legacy, this form to the next 2-3 seasons? That will actually set their brand.
Actually, tonight, what he said is valid even tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
When Shashank Singh came to bat the other day and Ashutosh Sharma, nobody thought they have a chance.
Exactly.
Today, when Shashank Singh comes out to bat, will he do it again?
Yeah.
Can he do it again? So he's trending, so and so is this. So this is a different ball game now. He's now a star. Can he justify that star billing? Swapnil Asnodkar, Paul Valthati, we have many in the past.
Yeah,
last year, if you remember, KKR Suya Sharma, everyone was talking about Suya Sharma.
Yes.
And Rinku Singh, when he came up, so all the first years Rinku Singh was not that Rinku Singh, but he has now managed to be that Rinku Singh brand. But Suya Sharma, we don't
know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet. So
absolutely. But if you look at Shashank Singh, he is. I don't want to talk too much about age because Rohan Bopanna has taught all of us a lesson on that. But to be honest, as a young gun, you're looking at this format and you're thinking there's a T20 World Cup this year, 2 years down the line. But a Shashank Singh probably does not have that big a motivation. So when you're Shashank Singh, you just have those 17-18 matches, you're batting lower down the order, and then that one match comes when you have to win it. I mean, how does a person, mentally process that? And from now going forward, is he supposed to dream more?
Of course he does. I mean, it's about opportunity. He grabbed it and now he's a star. Will he get a promotion in the batting order? He could. Will they now bank on him? Will he get all games? He can. Will he become a brand in himself? Not maybe a big brand, but a brand for sure.
Yeah.
Next time when it comes up, that auction
Because
thing won't
next
happen
year is
again.
mega auction.
Mega auction. I'm sure he'll get a team now, so they will not say, "Oh, wrong Shashank Singh, right Shashank Singh." All that will not happen. So he's actually delivered for his 20 lakhs. Even if you win one game, you've actually think about it. 95 crores, right? You need 8 matches. So you are actually putting in 12 matches at an average per game. 12 matches into 11 players, so a crore. This guy is valued at 20 lakhs. He's over-delivered. Shashank Singh has box-ticked way more already and should ask Preeti Zinta for a bonus. So that's what the story is, and he's over-delivered.
Yeah, also I think the Preeti Zinta trollers have to stop talking nonsense, because to be very honest, they have bought Shashank Singh at 20 lakhs and they were quite trolled for everything that went on.
Because ultimately they have him and they've done the masterful act of having him and won a match.
Exactly.
Big deal.
And 2 more matches he delivers, he's worth 50 lakhs in the next IPL.
50 lakhs?
No, way more.
Way more. But
The base price maybe 50 lakhs.
Absolutely.
It will go up to
2-3 crores.
2-3 crores.
2-3 crores. Here, of course, we are talking about someone at 20 lakhs. Then there's Pat Cummins at 22 or 24.
Something 21 crores.
Yeah. I get confused
Crazy
between Mitchell Stark's money and Pat Cummins, because I think crazy money. But do you think he has so far delivered?
See, whatever you deliver will not come to that money. I mean, come on, Mitchell Stark, if he gets two wickets a game, has he delivered for 24 crores? No.
No, let's not talk directly, the direct ratio. It can never happen.
Mitchell Stark came forward and said it's pressure. Has to be. Even if you're a world champion and a world champion winning captain and all that, this is $3 million for 14 games. Come on. It has to be enormous pressure, which is wrong. No sport, and by the way, he didn't ask for the money.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
franchise paid him the money.
Absolutely.
So, Pat Cummins has looked good to me as a skipper. He's in control. He has that whole balance about himself. But this money, and if you start valuing it at, you will never get
No,
your
let's
money.
forget the money. That's what I wanted to ask you. Has he looked, like for example, let's say if you have to choose top 5 skippers of IPL 2024, does Pat Cummins feature in that?
Yeah, I mean Shubman Gill definitely, because
Shubman has
he's
looked
sort of looked
fantastic.
the part as leader. And whatever anybody says about Ashish Nehra, in cricket it's the captain who's the boss, not Ashish Nehra. So Shubman has looked the part. So absolutely Shubman. Pat Cummins, I will say Pat Cummins. You know, if you just think of the captaincy bit, I even think Sanju Samson quietly has looked the
Yes,
part. I mean,
absolutely.
people don't talk about him because of his 2-game exploits and then, consistently declining form in every season. I actually want to see Sanju Samson in the Indian team with that kind of talent. And if he goes on to have a great season, why not? So Sanju Samson for me has looked the part. Who else? I mean, you actually think
Because none of the other captains
has
honestly
stood
have
out,
stood out.
Has stood out. I mean, Shreyash not yet. I mean, not yet in that sense. KL Rahul as a captain, yes, because of some of the bowling
Yes.
changes, stood out.
But
Batting wise,
I would
needs
say
to be
on an
better.
average. Like,
Yeah.
on an
But
average
Pat
scale, not
Cummins
fantastic.
has.
Yeah.
Pat Cummins has.
Coming to Punjab Kings, and I don't know why I keep
Kings
saying
11
Kings
Punjab.
11 Punjab, but Punjab Kings, the main names like a Shikhar Dhawan, a Liam Livingstone, even for that example, a Sam Curran, he did well in one of the matches, but then if your big names aren't performing, how the Shashank Singhs and Ashutosh Sharma can't get you over the line every day, or at least they're not expected to. That is why they are not in the team. So that way, do you think in today's match, Hyderabad is way ahead of Punjab Kings?
I think it will be a 50-50 or a close game, because none of the teams have delivered so much, and not even they have performed very bad. So I think it will be a 50-50 game. But on a different note, in the conversation you and Boryada was having, I had one question in mind. That price tag that you mentioned, that Pat Cummins have not asked for that money, the franchisee have paid him. So if we see in the global scale, in the football scenario, the transfer markets where players themselves ask for the money and the clubs actually pay the transfer fee to them. So do you think that can be a format here also, where the players actually decide what money I will go to another club, and that will actually help them to actually focus their mind into the price tag?
So it is there, except in the window period is there,
Yeah.
not in the auction.
Yeah.
in a mini auction it will always be haywire. Because you have a very small talent pool and you have, tremendous amount of money. In the mega auction, I can bet my bottom dollar Mitchell Stark will never get 24 crores.
True.
No chance. He'll not even get 12 crores.
Yeah.
So it was that particular auction dynamic that allowed him or Cummins to get 24 and 21 crores. Otherwise, there's no chance, boss. I mean, except a Virat Kohli or a MS Dhoni to get this kind of money, I don't see anybody.
No.
Anybody in the Indian
So
scene.
it was purely a one-day auction
one-day
dynamics.
auction dynamic.
Absolutely. I think that's why I keep saying that auction dynamics are very difficult to understand. But Hyderabad so far has touched that 200 runs almost consistently throughout this IPL.
Batting wise, they were looking great.
Absolutely. So, do we see another 200 runs match today?
Yes, and both these teams have that firepower. Hyderabad, if they bat, they can bat you out. So Hyderabad, you have to be very careful with the way because they are approaching it brilliantly. Abhishek Sharma, tuck, and that approach is going on and no one relents. So an Abhishek Sharma, Henrik Klaasen, Aiden Travis Head, and you keep going. So that's a fantastic approach.
So who's winning?
For me, the favourites are Hyderabad.
I'll go on the other side then.
Okay.
To balance out.
Gabbar Bhai.
Gabbar Bhai. I'm wearing yellow, so I'm supporting Chennai clearly today. But on a more serious note, Punjab won last day. I had chosen Punjab, and if Mama like Debashish and all had laughed at me. Today, no, I will go with Hyderabad because I do think Hyderabad will make the playoffs. So do join us for the pre-shows, and at 12 p.m. every single day we bring you exclusive content. And tomorrow is a very special show.
Absolutely, and Maidan releases tomorrow. Football film, great film. We've all watched. We were part of the premiere. Watch it. You will have tears in your eyes because these are fantastic emotional moments in the history of Indian sport. Watch the special that Trisha and her team are putting together.
Absolutely. Keep watching sports and keep watching Rev Sports to be in touch with the fan in you. No matter where you are, in which country, just keep following us. Like,